What if 2024 was the year everything changed for crypto? ETFs reshaping the market, Bitcoin stronger than ever, and trends that could disrupt the future. Are you ready? What's coming could change everything. Between these historic ETFs and the rise of Bitcoin, 2024 has marked a true revolution. By the end of this video, you'll know everything about these major shifts and, most importantly, how to prepare for the big transformations ahead. Will 2024 go down in history? Is it still possible to ignore what this year has set in motion? Bonne question. This video will be split into two parts. Today, we are going to explore the major events and emerging trends, and we'll try to draw lessons from them to better prepare for 2025. In the second part, the second video, I'll share my predictions for what's likely to happen in 2025. Of course, today you'll get a few hints and you'll be able to draw some possible scenarios for yourself. Either way, are you ready? Let's go. 2024 will go down in history as a pivotal year for cryptocurrencies. Here are the key highlights of this year. In January, we saw the adoption of Bitcoin Spot ETF. The SEC approved the very first Bitcoin Spot ETF, quickly followed by an Ethereum ETF a few months later. This was a major turning point, allowing institutional capital to flood into crypto. The result? Bitcoin and ETH have become legitimate assets in the eyes of traditional investors. More and more people are realizing that cryptocurrencies have shifted from labels like scam, like gamble and speculation, to being seen as investments. This is a very important transformation, showing that decentralized finance is replacing centralized finance. The global financial narrative is changing and the rules are being rewritten. This is very significant, and we'll talk more about it in the next video for sure. Then in March, we saw SBF conviction. The former FTX founder was sentenced to 25 years in prison for fraud. This reignited debates about platform transparency and the importance of regulation within the industry. Yeah, we talked a lot about this one this year, especially when I was in the US. Regulation. It was also the subject of my Christmas gift a few days ago. If you haven't checked it out, take a look if it's still available. Then let's talk about April. We saw Bitcoin halving and Hong Kong's ETF, the halving first. The fourth halving reduced miner rewards to 3.125 BTC, further reinforcing Bitcoin's scarcity and deflationary nature. Miners' primary source of income is now shifting towards network fees. Meanwhile, Hong Kong also launched Asia's first crypto ETF, consolidating its role as a leader in the region. We thought it would be Singapore, but yeah, it's Hong Kong. And of course, I launched my crypto YouTube channels. That's also a big event of this year. Then in May, we saw the launch of the Ethereum Spot ETF. We briefly mentioned this earlier. So about ETH, while its performance was below expectation this year, this ETF still strengthened Ethereum credibility in the market. Then in July, we saw lower Ethereum gas fees. Yes, we are talking about Ethereum again. Gas fees hit their lowest level in 5 years. The chain is lagging. Critics have pointed out its lack of innovation, which has reignited criticism about the Ethereum Foundation's financial transparency too, and Vitalik Buterin's conservative decisions. ETH remains a major chain, no doubt about that. But in this industry, if you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. Then in August, it was the crypto Black Friday. It was on the August 18th. A sudden market crash caused Bitcoin to plummet to 48,900, wiping out 200 billion in total market cap. It was the perfect moment to reload, but it stressed out a lot of people. October, HBO's Satoshi Nakamoto documentary. Oh, it was crazy. HBO stirred things up with Money Electric, the Bitcoin mystery, which claimed Peter Todd, a Canadian developer, is Satoshi Nakamoto. This reignited the mystery and debates around Bitcoin's origins. I don't think this will impact next year, but it was definitely crazy. It made waves online. November, Trump's victory and its impact of crypto. Oh yo. With his return to the White House, Trump announced pro-crypto policies, including creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve and firing the SEC chairman. The result? Bitcoin reached a new all-time high. How much was it? 93,450 USD. Bitcoin is now a key element in this plan. marking its true inclusion in global finance. And that's very promising. November also marked another exceptional moment for Bitcoin in a different way. Its market dominance surpassed 60%. There are two explanations for this. First, there is a strong performance of Bitcoin spot ETFs. But secondly, it has become increasingly easy to issue your own cryptocurrency. So, as a result, there are so many projects now that it's becoming impossible to keep up. This creates a problem for investors. Investors in the market can no longer distinguish between different projects. They no longer have the energy and patience to properly study new ones, do their own research. The general public choices are often simple. They will just go with the flow. They will go straight to the ones that attract the most attention and consensus. In other words, follow the crowd. As a result, most of them choose Bitcoin. This is something we will dive into further for the next video. December, Bitcoin crosses 100K. On December 5, Bitcoin surpassed this symbolic milestone for the first time, once again confirming its central role in the global financial system and consensus. It was crazy, but very, how to say that in English? It was nice. So now that we have the key events, we can analyze the trends. They will help us to define our strategy for next year. First trend, crypto adoption reaches new highs and it's not stopping. According to a study by security.org back in 2021, less than half of people knew about crypto. Today, over 80% of respondents say that they are familiar with the technology, and the percentage of people who own crypto has gone from 30% to 40% in 1 year. And my son and daughter are part of that 10% increase too. I got them into Bitcoin, broke down decentralization for them, and even taught them some trading strategies. Now they've got their own encrypted Web3 decentralized wallets, and they are already like stacking altcoins and trading meme coins. Proud parent moment. And that's for individuals. Institutional adoption, fueled by Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, has further reinforced this trend. We've already discussed it as an event, but as a trend, it's looking just as impressive. We can also talk about blockchain trends here. While ETH remains in second place behind Bitcoin, we can clearly see on A16 Crypto's dashboard that it's stagnating, holding 20% of project launch interest. But there's one chain that isn't stagnating. It's actually outpacing the likes of Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Base, and that's Solana. It's now in third place, surprising everyone by jumping from 5.1% to 11.2%. That's interesting, and we dive deeper into that later. Solana. Remember this one. Second trend, Bitcoin. We've discussed it as an event, but it's really just the result of a trend. Combined with the next trend, it's set to explode. And the next trend is the influence of politics on crypto. Crypto has become a major geopolitical issue. Trump has introduced pro-crypto policies in the United States, but he's not the only one. In Thailand, for example, Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin, something like that, has actively supported digital assets. While in South Korea, crypto regulations have been eased to foster innovation. This includes work by Yoon Suk-yeol on industry regulation, and he also is raising thresholds for capital gain tax. But politics is tricky, because it's also a question of power for them. They are politics. They are not necessarily for crypto. They are exploiting this increasingly powerful industry to gain more control for themselves. It's kind of sad, because it's moving us further away from the cypherpunk movement. Governments are far more effective at controlling networks, no matter what they are doing it too. The question of freedom is being pushed aside too. What I find troubling is that we are heading towards a blockchain-based world, but not necessarily one that's decentralized enough. It's great for Bitcoin's price, but not so much for decentralization, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The trend is good, and we are just at the beginning. That's the key takeaway here. Fourth trend, stablecoins, the silent stars. They continue to grow and are now used for everything: payments, cross-border transfer, and even salaries, like in Dubai. Their market cap has surpassed 200 billion, and they are now competing with fiat currencies like the dollar and euro. Anyway, we'd rather see Bitcoin take on this role. That's what it was supposed to do. But this is a trend, and we can't ignore it. There are two positive aspects to this. It serves as an entry point into the crypto world for many people. Trend: AI. 2024 saw an explosion of AI in real life. Self-driving cars, robots, education, medicine, and there's no doubt AI is here to stay in our daily lives and we'll have to adapt. Even I have started using like Sora from OpenAI to create parts of my videos, or DALL-E for thumbnails. You may see more of that in my videos. You'll see it's the same in crypto. From trading bots to data analysis, AI is optimizing investment strategies and opening up new opportunities. But it also raises questions about centralization and data control. And let's not forget AI meme coins. Projects like GOAT and ACT Act, they are drawing a lot of attention. Yes, let's speak about meme coins. Spoiler alert. Meme coins will come up again. They are a huge trend and a major entry point for many people who find Bitcoin too expensive. They are simple, fun, and easy to dream about. So as for 2025, I won't say too much, but my predictions on this are going to be wild, maybe even scary. And then sixth trend, the return of DeFi. After a quiet 2023, DeFi is back with the return of a bull market. Today, over 1.69 trillion is locked in various protocols. According to A16Z, despite criticism, DeFi is here to stay. We won't revisit ETH stagnating, but it remains a solid base for DeFi, and I'm hopeful for what's to come. We'll talk about that further, but maybe not in the prediction video, because for this specific thing, we have to just wait and see. 2024 has been an incredibly eventful year, filled with major transformation for crypto, historic records, emerging trends, and opportunities to seize. But this was just the beginning of a new era. In my next video, I'll talk about what 2025 has in store and strategies to make the most of it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think about this year, and what do you plan? What do you see? What do you view for 2025? What are your predictions? You can tell me in the comment section. Merci et au revoir.